Hi everyone. So today I'm gonna walk you through how I build my multi LLM flow on LaunchLemonade, and it functions as a super content converter. So from a single source of content, you use that as the prompt, and the flow would automatically turn it into over 100 pieces of content, from LinkedIn posts to tweets to Instagram text overlay and more. So this is how we build it. So now I'm on my Launch Lemonade dashboard. All you have to do is sign up or sign in, and I've pre-built my flow. So I'm gonna find my flow in my Lemonade flow list, and these are the flows that I have on this account. This is my super content converter flow, and we're gonna edit it so I can show you how I built it. So on this flow, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. And each step is being ran by different language models. So you've got 7 language models working together to become my super content converter. So I have Nvidia Nemotron, I assigned as a leader who would analyze my transcript or my blog or that source of content. I've got Groq to turn that content into short form content. So it's tweets or thread posts. And I've got Claude 3.7 Sonnet writing my LinkedIn posts. I've got DeepSeek v3 writing my text overlay for my Instagram posts. I've got Gemini 1.5 Flash doing a few talking head scripts so I can record for my TikTok channel. 3.5 Sonnet to write my newsletter. So either a bit in your newsletter or the entire newsletter itself, depending on what you need. And some other content ideas that Perplexity Sonar Thinking will be putting together for me. Now, a lot of people ask me why I chose the models that I chose. Now, it's quite easy on the platform to just change the language model as and when. But these language models I find are the most suitable for me, for my tone of voice and for what I like. And sometimes if I don't like the initial output, I simply just go back to how I configured it and change the language model. It's that simple. So how do I prompt each step? So all you have to do is open it. So when you're adding a step, actually, when you add a tool, you can either create a new lemonade or choose from your existing lemonades. You can just choose from here. So if you've pre-built lemonades before, you can just choose it here, or you can create a new lemonade and you can give it a name, select a model, and give it your system prompt. Now, once you've created a lemonade, you can edit it easily as well. So if we edit Nvidia Nemotron, for example, the leader or this step, you can go to the individual lemonades configuration, change the language model, choose from the 21 language models that we have, add your custom system prompt. You can even add a knowledge base for each of the lemonade on that flow and add features in as well, whether you want to allow it to search the web, remember conversations, and so on and so forth. Now let's go back to our flow. So the system prompt for each step is very simple. The number one rule that you have to remember is that each step must be aware that they're working together in a flow. So they have to be aware that they're part of this flow that you're designing. So let's say the leader of the group, which I assigned to Nvidia Nemotron. I really like Nvidia Nemotron to lead my flows. It's been fine-tuned and trained to work an agentic workflow. So I like it because it understands that it's part of a bigger workflow. My instructions are simple. Analyze the provided content source and identify key themes, tone, and main value propositions. Assign specific tasks to the next AI agent in the sequence based on the content structure. Pass on the context for the entire content conversion process, including the content's objective, target audience, and brand voice. That's it. So I told it to pass on these instructions. Now, Groq's gonna receive whatever Nvidia Nemotron's gonna be provided output would be, and then instructed Groq, transform the provided content into 30 concise, punchy, and bold tweets. Avoid emojis and fluff. Focus on delivering impactful statements that grab attention. Make sure each tweet conveys value, aligns with the original content's message, and is structured to fit Twitter's character limits. Ensure no fluff or unnecessary elaboration. So obviously, if you don't have a Twitter account and you have a Threads account, change that for threads. And change it for your tone of voice as well. So you can optimize this as you want, but this is just an example. Follow-up instruction. Once the tweaks are created, assign the next task to analyze the rest of the content instructions. So I'm telling it, okay, with the rest of the instructions that you didn't perform, make sure you're passing it on. Make sure to pass on the context and goals for the next step in the process. And that's it. Now, DeepSeek v3 with text overlay. Convert the content into 30 Instagram text overlays. Each overlay should feature a brief, catchy text that works well for an Instagram post, making sure it's impactful and visually appealing. Focus on concise, compelling messaging without emojis or extra fluff. Ensure each text overlay can stand alone as part of an Instagram post while remaining on brand. Follow-up instruction. After generating the text overlays, pass the context and remaining infrastructure to the next AI to generate 30-second talking head scripts for TikTok. That's it. So again, I'm making it aware of what the next steps are. And got the newsletter bit here. So I gave it a system prompt. Generate a newsletter based on the transformed content. The newsletter should have a compelling subject line that draws readers in, an introduction that hooks the readers and sets up the main content, a body that provides values, insights, and actionable advice from the original content, broken down into digestible sections. So obviously this is just an example framework. You should definitely use your own or use popular ones that are similar to Justin Welsh, for example. A call to action that encourages readers to engage or take the next step. Follow-up instruction. Once your newsletter is completed, pass the context and instructions to generate any additional content pieces. So again, I'm saying you should pass something on to the next step. And I've got Perplexity Sonar on here. Based on the original content, generate any additional content pieces needed. Blog posts, podcast scripts, video captions, or whatever you want to add on there. Each content piece should provide value, align with the brand voice, and fit the platform requirements. Ensure that the content is tailored for its specific medium and audience. And that's it. Now, let's see if we can run this blog. So I'm going to find a blog that I already wrote on LaunchLemonade blogs. And we're just going to randomly choose one from these blogs and use it as the original source of content. So this is called Why Data Privacy is a Lie We Tell Ourselves. I'm going to select all and copy because I'm lazy. I'm just going to paste it on here and start the flow. So now the flow has been triggered and it's running the first step, which is being run by Nvidia Nemotron. So it's analyzed my content and it's also sieved out the key themes, tone of voice from my blog, main value proposition, task for the next, and then it outlined the task for the next AI agents. Now, this tool, this next step, which is the Twitter writer, has written 30 tweets for me and then has also generated the new task. Now, the LinkedIn writer is now working. It's being run by Claude 3.7 Sonnet. So because this is a thinking model, more usually than not, it does take its time, but now it's giving me some posts as well. Now, I usually like my LinkedIn posts longer, so I'd probably rerun some of these, but these are great as a starting point. And then now I've got my Instagram text overlays. So recently I've been wanting to do more of these. So I have been using a lot of these types of content. So I've got now 30 text overlays that I can add on photos or videos. Obviously, it depends on the content that you like, but this is just an example of what I do. So, and what I like to talk about. And then it's given me also initial talking head scripts. So it looks like these are too short for me. So I'm going to go back and edit how it's producing content talking head scripts. But it's getting the idea of what I like. Free services, you are the product. Hey, ever wonder why so many apps are free? Think about it. If they're not charging you money, they're charging you something else. Your data, your likes, your searches, even your location. It's all being collected and sold. It's like trading your privacy for convenience. Want to take back control? Follow me at that. I actually really like this, but I think it just needs a little bit more meat. And now I've got a newsletter outline. So in a world where free apps dominate our daily lives, have you ever stopped and wondered about the real price we're paying? So I actually like that, and I like the content that I'm seeing, but I probably remove the emojis and then think about how I can fit that in my existing newsletter. And then it's also suggested some bonus content that I can process and think about publishing. So it's really good. And obviously, this is just a template, a structure that you should optimize based on your voice. Now, this feature is available on LaunchLemonade for all of our paying subscribers. All you have to do is add new, choose lemonade flows, name your lemonade, and start creating your lemonade flows. It's that simple. All the 21 language models are available for under one subscription. So you get all access to all these language models that you can add and customize for your own use. And that's it. If you have any question, we have a WhatsApp group, so you can find our details, set up a one-to-one call, join our WhatsApp community, join our upcoming events, and that's it. All right. I'll see you later.